Norden Ballantyre put you on to uh, someone who might be able to solve your little affliction problem.
Was that in the Rose Quarter?
Yes, that was at the Unwinking Eye. And he told you to ask for a woman named Makova.
Hmm.
So where would we like to go?
Shaik will escort you through the desert if that's where you wish to go next.
Well, shouldn't we help you with your thing first?
Yeah, let's do that.
We can. I don't know if we'll be able to afford the gem.
Nonsense.
If we even find it.
What we'll do, and Sione has a very devious look on her face. I've already thought about this. She works for the Aspis Consortium. They're our rivals. All we need to do is say one thing to our patron, and he'll have the government swipe that gem faster than you can say arrangement.
Well, that is certainly an option. I didn't think you were the devious type, Sione.
Oh yes, I lie all the time.
You just won't handle or deal with the undead.
Definitely not. Oh, Iron, you've got a lot of feedback coming through your mic.
Oh goodness, I thought I was far enough away from my mic. Whoops.
No, not you. Not you. From other people.
Mm.
Other people that may be in your house.
Oh, god damn it. People are loud for no reason. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Just wanted you to be aware. So, yeah, let's go to the Rose Quarter and at least see if we can do something for Shaik.
No, remember, this isn't really for me, it's for the crown. We're just trying to figure out how powerful it actually is. He seems to be trying to convince himself that it's not for personal gain.
I have a thing for that. I finally get to use it. Hang on. Lie to me.
Yeah, I mean, you can roll. I will tell you what his actually thoughts are.
It's you roll to deceive Sione.
Ah,
The DC is 23.
Good luck.
with my +0 deception. Let's go.
It worked
I
on the
believe.
guards. I cannot beat a question mark.
Yes, that's what happened when I clicked on it. So it must be for Iron to reveal.
Right click, reveal roll.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is not great for you.
That's good.
Why will it not? Oh, that's why. I have to scroll down for the reveal.
Yeah. Okay, that is a critical
A
fail.
critical failure. Uh-huh.
I'm going to look down at the little cactus man, and I'm going to look very very nurturingly at him and say, of course, that's why we're doing this.
Yes, I appreciate it. Well,
I thought we were doing it because we're working for the Pathfinders, and they just recover things.
look, I'm not going to pretend like I'm not curious about what that crown is truly capable of. I've never been able to control the lightning before, and, well, just being in contact with that crown provided me with immense power. There are definitely trade-offs, but something like that could be very useful.
It's not the first time an item such as that has re-entered history before.
And I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't curious to see where all of this went. These images that flood my mind are strange, but they seem to be showing a bigger picture, a forgotten history.
So, the four of you make your way from the Palms and the university to the Rose Quarter. And this is the part where Anya tries to remember where the Rose Quarter is on the map.
Ping, 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 ping.
It's here. Next to the 12. And the
There you
Palms.
are. Beautiful. Oops. Dragging
Do
the
they
wrong
actually have
thing.
roses growing there anywhere?
Anything but. As
Which is
you
sad.
travel from the Palms to the Rose Quarter, you immediately notice that there's a definite shift in the atmosphere and the architecture. As wealthy and affluent as all the surrounding districts are, this one seems a little shady. It's still like plenty populated, people coming and going here and there, cats everywhere because Sothis, but people seem to carry themselves a little differently here.
I'm going to accidentally bump into a person, see what their attitude is like.
Okay, you bump into this random middle-aged man, probably in his like late 30s, early 40s. And you bump into him and immediately he kind of stumbles in the other direction. His hand immediately goes for his coin purse and he looks at you. Very tense look. And he's like, excuse me. And just keeps walking.
So he's the type of person who would lock the car door as someone walks by who looks suspicious. I understand.
What's a car?
Cart, I mean a cart, yes.
So, thankfully, it doesn't take you very long to find the unwinking eye. It's fairly hard to miss. It's probably one of the most famous locations in Sothis. Uh, it's kind of, for as famous as it is, it does seem like a little out of the way. You have to like travel down like a side alley to get to it, but once you see it, it's very hard to miss. Uh, Tall, two-story building, kind of wedged in between buildings, with a wooden sign with a uh, stylized, uh, kind of Egyptian style open eye, uh, painted in gold on the sign.
Well, I think we found the location we were looking for. Be on your best behavior. Shake will put his hands behind his back. No touching anything while inside.
Let's see. I have a thing. See.
Does it resemble the eye on our little Fey friend? Because I assume he has the Eye of Ra as his icon.
It does look similar. Let's see. Yes. I think I need to drag the party onto this so that everybody can see it. But let's get you there first.
The eye is a symbol for Horus. For Ra, it's a sun disk.
That shows you how good my knowledge religion is.
Where is... Put that here. Alright, can people see?
Yes.
Yep. Ooh.
So you walk in, and you can see the inside before you even get inside. There's like very large windows peering into this curio shop. Slightly dusty, so it's very hard to make out anything really until you're inside. And once you're inside, it is what you would absolutely expect of a curio shop that's been here for like gods know how long. There's a maze of tables and various kinds of artifacts and old weapons and all kinds of stuff. You could probably find almost anything here if you looked hard enough.
I thought we were going to be seeing like a psychic or something.
Well, they don't have all of this stuff if they didn't intend on people buying it. Let's see if we can find what we came here for.
Where did my description go?
Ooh. Jim is immediately fascinated with all this stuff and hops up onto like a high shelf, like a cat would, and is just like weaving in and out of everything, checking it out.
Oh, I don't know if I would. Oh, okay. He's doing it.
Be careful.
You know what? Let's have some fun. Give me an acrobatics check.
You know.
Blind or
DC 15.
I just noticed that the duration on the anti-plague is 14 years.
What?
Yeah, the internal clock got changed, and that happens when you change the internal clock. Will buffs are up.
Whoops. I did not know that.
My vaccination lasts.
Are you up to date on tetanus? Yes, 14 more years, sir.
I see absolutely nothing wrong with that. Where is my description?
This is why it's always a good idea to have the journal entry linked to an icon on the map. That way you can just click it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am so bad about that.
Abomination Bolts taught me that that is the most useful thing ever.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Before that, we suffered. I learned
Seeing
how-
that adventure path, I was like, my god, this is the best thing I've seen since sliced bread. What? This module is amazing. I think that's mostly to the Foundry team, but
Which one?
Abomination Bolts was all of them are like decent now, but that one's quality was
Yeah,
very
I liked
good.
it a lot. I just
Mhm.
I did the mistake of bringing new players through it, and I think we
Yep.
lost like 5 characters and 5 floors.
We lost
Yep, sounds about right.
12 and 3 floors.
I played the entire thing and we had 2 deaths and it was both the same person.
Wow. I lost 3 characters to Abomination Vaults. None of them were my fault. And if it
Yes.
was, no one can prove it. Yeah, so Jim hops up on the shelf, starts weaving in and out of all these very delicate there's all kinds of like figurines and artifacts of various sizes and fragility, and he doesn't seem to disturb any of them as he just explores these shelves. Towards the back, there's a small counter, and there is a sign next to a small bell, and the sign just says, "Please ring bell for service."
I ring the bell 3 times.
Ring the bell 3 times. Wait a second, and then you hear shuffling from the back room behind the counter, and you see a very short, elderly woman come out of the back, kind of dusting herself off. She definitely looks like she's on in years, probably in her like late 60s or so. Human. I have a picture, I promise.
Hello, ma'am. How are you today?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Thank you. Are you here to buy or sell, perhaps?
I'm positioning myself in a way that I'm trying to obfuscate the view of Jim on the top of her shelves.
We're looking for curios. It seems like we've come to the right place.
I see. Well, you do look like the adventuring type. Is there anything in particular that you had your eye on? What the
Do we
I know
see
how to
that
find
Jim in here?
the
The sapphire?
ah
Or is that at a different place?
Auction
oh
house.
yeah, that
Auction.
is in the auction house here.
Understood.
I mean, you can see some kind of gems. You can see some gemstones in display cases and stuff, but nothing quite like what you saw in your vision. There you are. Aha.
Well, teenager grandma.
Now, what is this? When I did this, I I thought about another actual play I listened to. Uh, she's a very she's a very fit grandma. Let's just put it that way.
Ah,
1, 2,
no.
3.
Valencia.
Well, if you're here to browse, feel free. Just don't try not to break anything.
I'll go up to the bell with Bouye and ask, we need a consultation on a curio.
I see. Well, consultations are free, so show me what you've got.
Well, I'll take out the copy of our research and show her the crown's description and whatnot. Do you know of a warlord that had a crown like this?
Let's see. Does she know? So she looks at the notes and she's looking specifically at the drawing. Oh, did somebody draw the crown?
I
I imagine so.
Or description,
Okay,
a physical description.
Okay, so yeah, she's looking at the notes and the diagrams and whatnot, and I am going to
If you did know about an item like this, what do you also know about curses and cursed objects? Just for hypothetical purposes.
Well, I do know a thing or two about curses, but this is interesting. Where did you get this?
Well,
Took a rubbing from a wall.
It's not entirely untrue.
Well, you brought me quite the children's tale, it looks like.
about the time of Kamari, that king.
She looks confused for a second. She's like, you mean Kesret. Kesret the Second. Yes, I'm quite familiar with the story. I've heard it more times than I care to, but I always believe that these stories have some kernel of truth to them.
He didn't happen to fight a warlord notorious for snake imagery, did he?
That would be Zahak, the Serpent King. Very popular bedtime story, or at least it used to be. As the story goes, he had, among other things, a crown with 3 eyes. Very, very nasty individual.
Topaz, sapphire, ruby.
Well, I can't say for sure what kind of gems they were, but I mean, I would assume so. The story is quite long and rather boring for adults, at least. But long story less long. He was killed maybe 100 years before the founding of Sothis.
So he was the last warlord?
As far as history is aware, although some scholars apparently believe that he never actually existed. Sure, he was a real person.
Hypothetically speaking, let's assume he is real. And from what you know, what would the Serpent King do if it came back today?
I'd assume the same thing that he was trying to do when he was alive. Back then, warlords and sorcerer kings were all about attempting to unify the entire Osirian desert under a single pharaoh.
Nope, then they failed. Nyx and Geb split the place up into thirds. This place is only a fraction of what it was.
I guess failure is seems like it's a staple in Osirian history, doesn't it?
What do you know about cursed objects?
Well, I know that they range from very inconvenient to fatal. Have you come into contact with one?
No, I just am curious in case we do. If one was to have, let's say, an artifact split into multiple pieces and each were cursed, if you put the artifact to be whole again, would the curse go away?
Unlikely. That is not
Shit.
how curses work.
Shake says shit out loud.
Okay, thank you.
You know, for a hypothetical, this seems oddly personal.
We're academics. It's always personal with us.
All it takes is for one nerd at the school to do something silly and, then we have problems on our hands.
Sione, give me a blind deception check.
Sure.
You also have +0 in deception?
I have +13.
Oh, much better.
Blind GM roll. Go.
Okay. She smiles politely. She doesn't question what you say. She seems to buy it.
Now, let us say, and I put my hands in like a crown over Bui's head, this young lady were to have worn something that belonged to this warlord from the stories and whatnot. What if he wasn't really dead, and say he was imprisoned instead? His influence reaching through her, and I like slowly collapse my fingers down on Bui's head. And then suddenly, she starts seeing visions. See that? The poor girl.
Visions! I'm Frankie!
Starts seeing visions of where these other pieces of the crown are.
Meanwhile, Jim is up on a shelf nearby, like just pointing at Shaik. No idea if he's being paid attention to, but
Look, okay, I'm sorry. It was shiny.
Oh, Jim's like behind you out of your field of vision.
Okay, then I won't say that.
Okay.
If I could see you doing it, maybe I would then.
Well, hypothetically, if this thing were to exist, and hypothetically, if someone were to put it on, and hypothetically, if this thing that was in pieces wants to be whole, it's probably a very bad idea to allow that to happen.
What if the artifact provides immense power to its wielder?
Well, the question you have to ask is it worth the risk? Because if you don't know what you're actually getting into, if you don't know the exact nature of the curse, then you can't really answer that question.
Ah, but where's the fun in that?
We're academics. Research is what we live for. How do I research the nature of a curse?
When you say research, when you say that first part about research, you see her kind of roll her eyes as if she's heard it before. And she just sighs and she says, "Thought I recognized this handwriting." Fine, fine. If you want to research curses, um, I would suggest the Grand Library, although the more potent things in the library are in its restricted section.
How does one get access to the restricted section?
As far as I know, more renowned academics, council members, I believe, some of them have permission to access those archives as well. Outside of those two, I'm not really sure. Of course, if one were to be accidentally cursed, and she makes like the full air quotes with both hands, if one were to be accidentally cursed, there are methods of simply uh, removing or mitigating the affliction.
Are the effects of these curses usually permanent?
Unless removed, yes.
Mm, well,
Though I
That's
I have heard
question.
of curses being uh, overpowered through force of will, but more often than not, that doesn't happen.
Well, thank you for the information. We'll see what we can do about the library once we get back from our next expedition. I'm gonna hand her 5 silver pieces because she gave us a lot of her time.
Oh, thank you. And if you find anything interesting, feel free to stop by again.
Thank you for your time.
Of course. And if you want to do something about any hypothetical curses, uh, I'm available for that as well.
How much?
She kind of
For the
starts for a minute at how
curse?
rapid the response was. Oh,
the knee-jerk reaction.
well,
Hypothetically, how much?
simply removing any curses is an expensive endeavor. Above table, I don't remember how much it costs. Hold on.
I
It
do.
depends on the
30.
level of remove cleanse affliction. So the
Yep.
spell is cleanse affliction. You would need it to at this level probably be a 4th level casting.
Correct.
So, like, 70 gold for a scroll of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she would absolutely charge more than that because,
Actually, what
Emotion
level is
things.
settlement?
4th level scroll is
No, like this, like the level of this, like city.
I think it's 11th or 13th, something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to say so. This is 11th.
Sothis is a doesn't list on the wiki, but considering it's a population of 115,000 people, probably like a very high level city.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the capital of the nation, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a metropolis.
Plus, it's
so
ancient.
It would have at least, I would think, like 12th level, potentially higher.
Ancient
Items.
as the trees.
Older than the trees.
In case, we go out on our expeditions and find ourselves cursed, of course. I wouldn't ask of it right now. Yes, we're totally fine.
What if we used our contacts to also get you access to those restricted items alongside us? Would that be worth something to you?
I think it might be. Although, well, there are two things that I can do for you. Well, technically three. One is to there's a service that I offer to adventurers such as yourself to let's just say it lessens the effect of curses just in case accidental mishaps happen. Um, and the second is just to simply remove it outright if possible.
I think I would prefer that option, preferably. I mean, if I were cursed, that is.
Of course, if you were cursed.
Also,
If
this
you were
warlord.
cursed.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Also, this warlord sounds incredibly powerful. Could it even be removed if it's from him?
Okay, there's no hypothetical. I put on a crown, and I'm seeing visions in my head. Please help.
And voices.
And voices. And I'm seeing bloody battles and, other things.
I see. Well, in that case, since we've moved out of the hypothetical into the real, removing your curse, that curse, if it's from someone as ancient and storied as Zahak, then removing it could be complicated.
It's fucked, yo.
I mean, mitigation may be the better option here because failure could be catastrophic, both for you and for the brave soul attempting to remove such an ancient curse from someone.
Well, we don't want to endanger you as well. The main takeaway we need is that he needs to retain himself.
I see. Well, That brings us back to our first option. That, of course, is going to require some. Uh, what's a polite way to say willing sacrifices? You're not exactly sacrifices.
Volunteer.
There we are. Volunteer. Also, don't break my things, please. And at this point, she turns and looks directly at Jim.
What? Turns his butt, bumps something. Preferably something like heavy and like but solid, like metal that he can knock over just for a satisfying thud.
He doesn't seem to react to it, but she kind of like gives a very disapproving look.
What? You distracted me.
You're worse than the cats.
Should have said, "Don't worry about the vase." What vase?
Are you intending to break the curse up and spread it out so it's not as potent?
A very astute observation, young lady. I didn't catch your names, by the way. I am the owner of this place. You can call me Makova.
Makova, I'm Sione, a pathfinder.
I am Shaik, a camel herder, who got in over their head.
Name's Booey. I don't know what I am.
What?
I am the almighty Jim, Herald of Ra.
No, lying. Booey.
Me. Me.
Uyi is a privileged runaway princess.
Oh, how exciting.
Yes, he only wouldn't use that on Jim. He's just got delusions of grandeur. He's not wrong in what he's stating. He's just overstating what he is.
No, Booey. Booey.
That's what I mean. You thought you'd use it on Jim. Jim's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
played himself up.
I mean,
But
Boogie is absolutely free to make a deception roll.
No.
No.
I'm familiar with what the Fae do.
Yeah, you know she's lying.
Oh.
Well, the curse may be amplified. I kind of did an oopsie, and, there were two cursed objects. I turned the two cursed objects into one cursed object, and then I put the whole thing on my head.
You did this on purpose.
It was pretty.
Huh.
Now, I've heard lead boxes keep bad magic out. What if we put them in a lead box? Would that protect them?
Unlikely. But, as Sione so astutely observed, I do know a ritual that can allow a group of people to share the burden of a curse. It won't do anything for anything you're currently afflicted by, but it will mitigate the escalation, as it were, until a more permanent solution can be found.
What you're saying is sharing is caring.
In a word, yes.
This is a huge decision not to be taken lightly. I immediately agree and implicitly trust this woman.
Yes, what could go wrong sharing an ancient curse among groups?
Yes.
What are party members for?
What could go wrong indeed?
Only the rat is exempt.
Yes, Nassim is conspicuously missing.
No, he left me with a note saying he'd take my share too, so he'll take 2 shares of it.
Forged. Just,
In crayon.
How did you draw this, Jim? Don't ask too many questions.
You keep asking questions you don't want to answer to.
So do you have maybe an hour or two? This won't take long.
What are you charging us for this ritual? Nothing is free.
No. In fact, I think rather than anything pedestrian like monetary value, how about a favor?
Done.
Wait, you didn't even
Oh.
ask what the favor was.
Oh, that was easy.
Do we really have any right to refuse? I mean, I certainly don't.
It wasn't.
Note to self: bargain with Shaik more. He's a rube.
It wasn't about. It wasn't about not agreeing. It was about arguing the terms and haggling.
Well,
I didn't realize you're supposed to do that.
in all fairness, this ritual does require multiple participants, so I suppose everybody's input should be considered here. As for the specifics of the favor, I don't have them yet. However, I would like to propose that in the future, when I ask for this favor, it simply be 20 words or less.
That sounds familiar. 20 words or less.
I'm gonna whisper over.
Give me an occultism check.
Can I just make a deal with the djinn?
Occultism, you say? +1, you
Occultism?
say?
Yes.
Get it to nat 20.
It seems very specific, but you can't place exactly why.
I have no reason to distrust this woman, and 20 words sounds simple enough. I'm on board.
Yeah, I'm on board too.
I agree. We're all on board.
Excellent. In that case, she moves past you. towards
Jim
the
looks
door.
down at the shelf he's standing on. I'm on a board.
Blow clap.
So she moves past you all to the door, locks the door.
All the other customers inside are just like, what the hell is going on?
Oh, well, I mean, there was nobody else in here.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's pretty late in the evening. Like, it was empty. She heads back around the counter and she's just says, "Follow me, please," and heads down into the basement.
I follow implicitly.
I'm just gonna look down hesitantly, just like as they descend into the darkness and go like, I'm
in danger.
how often does she do this? And I follow along.
I also follow along.
Into the darkness we go.
So you follow her down into the basement um, of this curio shop, and immediately there's more stuff down here. It's a pretty wide open space. It's more open than like the clutter from upstairs, but you see lining the walls of the basement. There's like all sorts of artifacts that look a little pricier than the stuff that's upstairs. Um, in the middle of the floor, there's a very ornate rug. It looks like Bouilly would actually recognize this a little bit more because it looks like uh, embroidery from Tianjia.
Mm.
And she stands at the edge of this carpet, leans down, and starts to roll it back towards the back of the room. Underneath it, you can see a simple chalk circle with a triangle kind of overlaid onto it. Just a very extremely simple ritual circle. It's like, all right, I need you all just to stand in the circle while I gather a few things.
I'm gonna step into the circle at one of the points of the triangle. I think Shaik should go in the middle. That way there's one party member at each of the corners.
I'd do it. I have no reason to distrust anyone here.
So as you're doing that, she goes to what looks like a small like cabinet in a corner, opens it up, and she takes out uh, a spool of thread. Um, Bunch of incense, few candles, and she starts setting up this ritual circle. It's like, so this is going to take a while. Um, there's nothing that any of you have to worry about. This process is painless. I will say, though, that the ritual only lasts for about a week. So if you want to keep this effect going, you will have to come back.
Just like the pharmacists. They sell you a medication that requires you to keep taking it forever instead of giving you a cure. Keeps you in business longer.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it. And she just smiles politely. But she sets up the ritual, and an hour passes as she starts to cast this ritual on you. All of you, I'm assuming.
Does she like tie the string to like one of our fingers or something and then to Shaik or
She she cuts this thread and like loops it around each of your wrists. Um, it's this like silver. Okay, damn it! It's a silver thread, and it looks fairly expensive, probably about like 40 or 50 gold's worth. Uh, she ties like loops of it around each of your wrists, though, and then one for each of you, and then one's for Shaik. Sorry about that. My dog's being weird.
So it's a dog.
The dog is trying to warn us we're in danger.
You fools. You have no idea what you've just done.
Stop giving away my secrets. No. Let's see. I need.
Hey, now I'm not a big fan of suffering the consequences of my own actions.
Now I must loop everyone else into the consequences of my own actions.
Yes.
That's okay. We'll just make new characters. No curse that way.
I see. We just all die, and there is no curse. Perfect plan.
I mean, death kind of solves everything.
Pharasma has approved this message.
Until your clockwork undead companion harvests your body and pulls you into itself.
Why did you bring Tatterstraw into this?
No, this is what happened at the end of my Lost of Alkenstar game. The clockwork construct survived when everyone else died in the final explosion, so it harvested their bodies and added it to itself.
So
they never killed Loveless?
Yo, she went down too.
But everyone died but the robot companion?
The robot Nat 20. They just hit the bombs on the ship and the whole thing went up.
All is right in the world.
I even checked. Loveless totally died. Every other boss on the boat died.
Right, so she casts the ritual, and you can see like towards the end of the ritual, you can see the thread extend itself, sort of. At the frayed edges where she cut it, you can see thin lines of silvery light passing between each of you and Shaik.
It is said that the silver thread connects our souls to the astral plane.
Then may I connect you to the thing inside my head as well. Share in my torment.
It's pretty Zan Kuthan. I don't think they have any other word for goth.
Jim is going to cast Bless so that we can hopefully prevent any bad stuff beyond sharing a portion of this curse.
Oh yeah, bring Ron to this. He'll love that.
We love consequences here. So, yeah, so she casts this ritual. You guys feel fine after.
Oh, Bless only helps attacks. I thought it added to saves.
I used to. I thought it did.
Really?
That must be a remnant of our D&D memory.
Oh god, it's the D&D Mandela effect.
The ghost of the old system.
I mean, 3.5, I'm pretty sure it added to saves too. Or through money Pathfinder too.
Yeah.
Yep, it's only attack rolls. Wow, okay. It's like, so the ritual ends, and she looks at all of you. She's like, here, how do you feel?
Don't know.
The same?
Yeah, did it work?
Think his name inside your head. Close your eyes and see if you have any images. That worked last time for me.
Well, I think it worked. And she motions to Sione's wrist, the thread is gone.
What? I absorbed it? Or the spell did it? Or.
A little of column A, a little of column B.
Now the threads of fate connect us all.
Now, should your curse escalate, or if you hypothetically obtain any new ones, anyone who's willing can take that burden from you.
Now, can we continue to transfer the curse from one person to the other?
Well, most of the effects, yes. The curse still lies with you specifically, though. Which means that if the curse is ever removed from you, it'll be removed from everyone.
So you're saying I could use the crown with less consequences. Got it.
Well, I suppose that would be up to your companions.
It's the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants, except this time it brings you unfortune.
Now then, is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I don't think so. We have much to do.
Thank you for this.
Don't. Sorry, go ahead.
Are you really sure it was worth 20 words?
A lot can be said in 20 words.
He doesn't have fingers, but he looks down at his little quills and starts counting.
Now then, if there's nothing else, I do have a business to run. And she kind of like shoos you all off the ritual circuit so that she can roll the carpet back over the circle.
Well, I'm gonna head back to the lodge. It's way too late.
Yes, we will head out to the gate first thing in the morning.
Okay. Makova leads the way upstairs, unlocks the door to let you all out into the wild. The proverbial wild. You're still in the city.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, did you find out the answer? Is there prohibition here?
You know what? I never did find the answer.
If not, it's time to be bad and sneak some alcohol.
I wondered because it doesn't actually say.
If it doesn't say, I just assume that they're just regular alcohol rules.
That's what I figured. So yeah, let's go with that until I've decided otherwise, maybe, because I mean the cats thing was not in any guide either. I just thought that was fun.
Well, yeah.
So as far as we're concerned right now, no prohibition. So we're all going back to the lodge for the rest of the night then?
Yep, I think, and then we're gonna head out to the gate in the morning.
Okay.
Probably leave at like 4 a.m. again. Get a good 4 hours of travel in before we start dying in the sunlight.
Okay. So everybody gets their rest. Let's see. No rolls are required.
Any dreams tonight?
Um the hmm. Give me that DC 30 will save.
Yay. One of these days I'll roll an 18 or higher.
Today is not that day. So you do in fact have dreams about this cube in this strange uh sandy nothingness. You can hear it. You can hear the words, but you can't quite understand. At this point, you know it's ancient Osirian, and it pulses every time it seems to speak, but you have no idea what it's saying.
Hmm. When I get up, I will tell everyone about it.
Did any of the rest of us have dreams?
No.
Aw.
Well, I'm still cursed. I'm having dreams still.
Then I will tell people what I saw.
It's at that same cube where the two rivers meet between Toth and Ra.
Is Jim able to? Is Shake able to approximate any of the ancient Osirians such that Jim can understand it?
Gonna say no.
Jake has a -1 intelligence. I don't think he'd be capable of it, even if he could speak the language.
Okay, so if Shake even tries, as far as Jim's concerned, it's a muffin recipe.
Oh god, they locked away Miss Paula. You just hear from beyond the cube. It's like 2 sticks of butter, y'all.
Wonder what she got locked away in the cube for.
Probably what she does at all her country clubs and says about other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reference I'm not understanding.
Probably for the best.
No.
So, you guys are up bright and early. And we're gonna.
Come now, Gregory, we have much to do today. We're going on an adventure.
Gregory gives you the same impassive look as always. Uh, he does seem slightly less judgment. Can you really tell if Gregory is slightly less judgmental?
No,
I
he's
mean,
always given
really?
me the stank eye.
But it somehow doesn't seem as bad because you don't have the crown on.
What, you got jealous that I also had a hat? Your hat's plenty nice, Gregory.
Shaik no longer wearing the paper crown that Jim made for him.
I will put on the paper crown, yes.
I know it's not as pretty, but it makes me feel special, Gregory.
Gregory just gives you this derisive snort.
You're the only camel I know that wears a sun hat, you big pansy.
And I walk away. Having a domestic dispute with my camel.
So, 4 a.m., out you go. And this time you're passing through. Oop. This time you're passing through the western end of the city.
That is my survival check for the day.
Okay. I need to get a map of the desert that I can actually do like measurements on and things. So you guys head let's see. Oh wow. Yeah, so it actually takes you less time to get through the city through the western gate than through the eastern gate because you don't have to basically cross through like 5 districts to get there. Once you pass the canal district, it's pretty much a straight shot all the way out into the desert. The guards kind of see you pass. They just kind of wave you through. And out into the desert we go. Let's see. So your first day of travel. Now, it's going to take about the same amount of time, theoretically. But your first day of travel is a lot of having to navigate around bad weather. Almost immediately after the sun rises, Shaik, you can see on the horizon dark clouds in the distance, and they don't look like storm clouds, not in the sense of like rain.
So Jim will have cast environmental endurance on us for today then, to at least help with the heat.
Ooh.
Oh, that's neat. I guess this is what Endure Elements became.
Oh, crap, it's not the group, it's one person.
Yep.
Well, Jim's fine.
You don't see clouds like that very often. It's ominous. Doesn't seem like storm clouds to me.
So, with your survival roll, you know that this is what it looks like before a sandstorm starts.
Might be best to dig a hole now and put the tent up. We might get stuck out here for a while. I believe that's a giant sandstorm brewing.
Okay, so that does stymie your progress for the day. However, well, not for the day. It's gonna delay you for sure. So we're gonna say that that's probably about like, yeah, about 4 hours in when this happens. You guys pitch your tent, dig as best as you can. Uh, Anybody who would like to can give me a survival roll.
I will give another one.
I shall use cooperative nature and turn my circumstance to a +4 to aid you.
Nice.
All I need is a DC 15 to make it so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I messed up. Wait a second.
Okay, add +4 to the roll, then, please.
Oh, okay. So that turns your success into a crit success.
Ooh.
So, you dig this hole.
Oh, nope, I
Uh,
am mistaken. I read it the wrong way. I get a +4 circumstance bonus on the check to aid him.
oh, okay.
Okay, so he still gets the same circumstance bonus as normal.
Okay. So it's not a crit. Darn.
No.
All right. So you dig this hole. You manage to not dig up anything hostile. There's no uh snakes or scorpions or anything like that. And you make enough room for all of you long before the storm comes through. And there's a few things that you notice immediately as the sandstorm passes over. Um, Aside from the howling winds and like it is blinding up there. Like it's extremely unpleasant, not something that anybody wants to travel in on purpose. You also notice that the temperature goes up as this sandstorm passes through. It doesn't seem like it's a regular sandstorm. There's a certain amount of heat to this that is slightly unnatural.
Does my detect magic from my exploratory action detect magic?
Um, hmm. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use an arcana to try and find out what's happening.
All right. So this particular sandstorm feels a lot like looking at an elemental. You get the sense that while this particular kind of sandstorm is natural, it has a certain elemental energy to it that makes it significantly more dangerous.
It's just one big elemental?
It's not an elemental itself. This is 100% kind of a natural disaster kind of thing, but it is magical in nature.
All right, I'll inform everyone. I'm not sure what it is, but it's definitely an outsider or some sort of outside influence on the sandstorm, making it worse somehow.
Not many people are powerful enough to control the weather. Whomever or whatever it is certainly powerful.
So it takes about 2 hours for this storm to pass.
Nap time.
Everybody comes out of it more or less okay.
I have sand in my non-clothed regions.
Well, maybe you should put on some underwear.
Never!
Sione wakes up from her nap with Jim asleep on her head.
I am afflicted. I feel the weight of the crown. The warlord is on my mind.
No, that's just Jim's butt.
Here we go. Okay.
And just to further add to the confusion, Jim has no orifice there, so he can't fart on your head.
Or you just hear the sound but don't actually.
Yeah, there's no like
No.
rush of air. No, it sounds like it, but no rush of air. Not necessarily even a smell. Just sounded like it.
Well, the thing that passed overhead is capable of burying entire cities and regions. But we lived through it.
You also get the sense that this one was small.
That's because we're not a city or a region. We're people.
Flawless logic.
All right. So onward to day 2.
Another survival check.
Another survival check, please. And more environmental shenanigans.
And making sure I'm just making sure I'm actually using the spell slots in case something comes up. Same with Mystic Armor being up for the day.
Oh, I lost my place. Great.
Don't do that.
There we are. Aha. Okay, and I don't see your survival. Ah, there it is up there. Nope, that's not it. What's happening? Did it roll?
No roll. I
Oh,
see
okay.
nothing.
50 seconds ago it rolled.
That's weird. I don't see. Ah, there we go. Aha. All right. I didn't scroll it far enough. Okay. So on the other side of the sandstorm, several hours later, and let me skip ahead one day. Yeah, so you're pretty much behind the sandstorm at this point, and the skies are very clear, which on the one hand seems like a good thing, but also it's the desert on a clear day, so it's not the most ideal thing in the world. But
Jim will stretch and do his praise the sun pose.
yeah, the sky is relatively cloudless, and you have no trouble navigating further on towards uh, the Gate of Bones. As you're traveling toward the Sphinx Basin, the landscape starts to change a little bit. You see more rocky outcroppings kind of dotting the landscape, and it seems like the location that you're trying to get to is surrounded by several of them. Not so much that it like alters the terrain significantly or anything, but there's just enough of them to make you aware that they're there. Probably about uh, 10 to 15 feet tall in places. Uh, most of them in like the much, much further distance, miles out, are much taller. But you don't get the sense that you're going that far.
I promise you this is the right direction.
So as you guys kind of get into kind of this uh, small, I guess you could call it a canyon of sorts, you can see another one of those piles of stones with an orange cloth kind of like wedged between the top and second most stone. The same marker that you saw at the Temple of Thoth that you explored uh, just a few days ago.
Now, since we know the storm came through here recently, what are the chances that a piece of cloth and a pile of rocks would still be standing, unless someone was here and rearranged them?
I pull out my scimitar.
So you still have detect magic on, right?
Always with exploration, yes.
Okay. So you're looking at this, and there's definitely something magical about this marker. Whatever magic seems to. God, they don't. We don't have spell schools anymore. That's not.
Is there any
right.
script on it?
There is not.
Well,
But you're looking at it, and sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry. I'm willing to accept it is magic.
Mm. Yeah, but there is something specific with these markers that's happening. But I don't know how to explain it in game terms exactly. More or less what's happening is that the magic in this marker is making these specific stones heavier than normal. Also, the way it's positioned in this canyon makes it less susceptible to the wind. So,
Environment proof magic.
more or less, yes, that's what's happening.
Sort of like the sigil spell. How it
Yeah,
leaves
a lot
markers
like that. Now,
on
the
things.
cloth on the other hand, it's not quite as intact as the one that you saw at the Temple of Thoth. It's definitely like frayed at the edges. Um, Probably like a quarter of the length of the one that you saw before.
Hmm. Well, I'm sure the people around here know what magic works against those things, so maybe I'm just
Does
being
this
suspicious.
does this area look familiar to my dreams as the location of that battle?
Hmm.
The one where all of the people are fighting, the blood in the sand.
You know what? I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. Yeah.
This is the location of that ancient battle I was shown. Keep your eye out. There could very easily be undead here, or malevolent spirits who are still angry about the past.
All right. So you guys make your way through the canyon, and oh god, I got too close to my mic there for a second. Holy crap! Back something real quick. Yeah. Darn, what's happening?
I don't know.
Hmm,
Oh, I've fallen and can't get up.
Here we go. Oh, perfect. All right. So you guys turn down these sort of winding uh rocky passages, and eventually you do see a very large structure in the distance. You assume that's where you're supposed to be going, so you kind of try to navigate in that direction. The canyon kind of opens up into what it looks like it was once kind of a large uh well, for lack of a better term, it does look like there was a gate here. Um, Two mostly ruined statues kind of flank either side of the 10-foot tall wall. And further beyond it, you can see a much larger structure, probably about a couple 100 feet, maybe.
Mm.
Can't quite see around the the big wall that's in front, but what immediately catches your attention is you can see movement at the top of the wall, back and forth. Uh, it looks like about a half dozen kobolds.
Why would kobolds be out here?
They may have claimed the territory as their own. It's hard to find stable structure out in the desert.
Maybe they'll be friends.
If not, prepare to kill them.
So I'm gonna take us to a map. Wait, let me make sure that we're locked into the proper part of the map. There we are. Okay.
Remember, when you start a map, you can always select the region where to start and save that as a default whenever the map is opened.
Yes, I keep forgetting to do that, and then I end up going back to activate it, and then you're just somewhere in the middle. It's like, no. All right, here we go. But you can see them clearly, and they're kind of patrolling back and forth along the edges of this wall. But you're not sure if they've noticed you yet or not.
How high up are they on that platform?
About 15 feet.
I would like to try and sneak up to, like, here.
Sneak up to where now?
Right here, where I'm pinging.
Ah, okay. Feel free to give me a blind stealth roll. Okay. All right.
Also, the game is paused.
Oh, right. I knew something was off. Okay, we're good. Perfect. All right. Okay. Yeah, you sneak over to the edge of this cliff. They don't seem to take notice.
They talking?
There isn't a whole lot of conversation between them actually. They are just kind of moving back and forth along the wall. Two of them have spears. The other ones just seem to have slings. They're all blue kobolds, though.
I'm
They,
gonna
they're not. Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say they're not really like having a whole lot of conversation amongst each other.
I am going to cast invisibility on Bui.
Ooh, I'm sneaky. What do you want me to do?
I want you to go up there and get into position. And while they're focused on us, you can do your job.
Ooh, okay, okay. D- question. With 7 minutes, will you have me still be sneaking?
So You
Yeah.
you will be hidden, which means you are not observed.
It's okay.
That gives you a bonus to
Uh,
your sneaking, which
I
is, I believe,
believe
a.
it's a +4. Plus
Oh, go ahead.
four?
Yeah, it's a +4.
Okay, let me my
Because
GM rolling.
you're still leaving footprints in the sand.
Okay. What type of bonus is this, by the way?
Let's see. I +2 circumstance bonus that if you have standard, or +4 from greater cover, undetected. Yep, it needs to actively seek in order to find you. But they'll notice the footprints if they're looking in that direction.
Okay, I'm going to begin moving.
Okay.
Just tell me how far I go before I end another stealth check.
Oh no! I'm gonna use this your stealth check for everything.
Okay, okay. I'm just gonna.
Okay, so while Bu Yi is making the sneaky sneaks,
I don't speak enough languages to be the first contact here.
Oh no.
Oh no. I certainly hope she doesn't get caught up there all by herself.
let's see. Wait, actually, I need to see what everybody's exploration actions were.
It was detect magic.
Let's see.
I didn't have one set, but it would probably have been scout.
Oh, you do have a scout set.
Do I?
Yep.
Yes, you do.
Perfect.
But Bu Yi does not have one.
It would have been
Avoid notice.
probably.
Okay, I'm gonna throw that on there.
I don't seem to have the active button for scout. That's weird.
On your character sheet?
I don't seem to have any way to activate my exploration actions. That's odd.
Under your actions tab, there's encounter exploration downtime sections.
Yes, I know.
Oh, okay.
They usually have an activate button, and they
Yeah.
don't seem to have
okay. I know some people miss that spot, so.
That's
odd.
weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine has an
so-
activate.
that. Mine
Look
does
at your
not.
sheet.
That's strange.
That's weird because I'm looking at your sheet and I see the active button.
Yeah, I see
Huh.
active for scout as well.
It's not even on my character sheet when I under active effects or anything on mine. I'll F5. I'll see if it's an issue on my end.
Oh, are we having token issues again?
I hope not.
No. I certainly hope we aren't.
Token.
This is what
No,
I
I don't
see.
seem to have. No, I know what it should look like. It doesn't look like that for me.
Oh, okay. We are having token issues again. Hang on. I'm gonna delete you.
Oh, he might have been from a previous iteration.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Mm.
Because when I looked at it from the party window, it was fine. And I was like, okay, it must have been the one that I dragged that's incorrect. Okay. That's all right. We can fix it. I believe you were here. Here.
No, still don't have the effects active, but that's okay.
Huh.
My exploration page is just all of the actions. There's no activate button.
Yep, I'm seeing the exact same thing. That's strange. Um,
Is the token assigned to me? Configurations, it is. Oh well, I will just pretend we have the scouting buff.
I wonder if I can drag it from here. No, I can't. Mm. Yeah, I'll figure it out. All right. Okay, so avoid notice. Okay, never mind. Continue.
Let's drag this effect onto yourselves.
Got it.
I will remake the character completely at the end of the session. That should
Okay.
fix any issues.
I'm sorry I broke you.
It's okay.
Sorry I broke you like Valencia.
She would enjoy it.
She absolutely would.
All right. So what are we doing here? Are we just waiting for Bouilly, or are we gonna just walk on up and engage?
Oh, we can walk on up. I have Draconic. I might be able to talk to them.
And get up here.
Right. I'm gonna come out here in the open. And I'm going to say the greeting in Draconic. Hello! And wave.
I will step next to you. I'm inside of a wall, Iron. I
Whoops.
cannot move.
You're cursed. You're really cursed.
There we go.
And I have
So-
my hands up and I say, like, we come in peace in Draconic.
So, the one all by his lonesome. This one, looking at you. The other ones definitely seem tense as you approach, and they kind of like they immediately go for their weapons. And in Draconic, that one says, "And you can leave in peace or in pieces." The other ones just kind of nervously laugh, like they're obligated to laugh at his jokes.
All it takes is for Bouilly to do one shove action, and this is a fantastic beginning. Just push his happy little ass off that platform there.
Now, I continue in Draconic. We cannot leave. We're obligated to explore this site. We don't want it. You can stay here as long as you want or you need to, but we are obligated to fulfill our mission.
So he kind of like you see him shuffle from one foot to the other, just kind of looking generally agitated. No, this place is ours. Everything in it is ours, and the property of our Lord.
Even what's beneath you? He's saying he's not going to
Especially
move.
what's beneath us.
You heard him. Give it to him.
I pull
I
out
shove.
my scimitar.
So, everybody just go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Um, Yi has a +4 to her initiative because invisible.
You will need to start an encounter, good sir.
I will need to start an encounter as soon as I select all of y'all.
Oh, this is where we find out they were the ones making the sandstorms. Scouting
Get
on.
started.
Scouting won't turn on because I have incredible initiative. Incredible initiative cancels out scouting.
Whoops. Those pesky bonuses.
Well, at least it goes to the other people. Yi, make sure you drag the scouting feature onto yourself that I posted in chat.
Okay.
So, Shaik, you're up first as this lead kobold just kind of looks incredibly offended and he says, "All right, boys, kill them. All of them."
Right, as a free action, quick-tempered, I apply rage. As a second action, what is my movement speed? 35 feet? We're going to sudden charge, and we have climbing because of Raging Athlete. We're going to just run and climb up all those broken rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Can you drag my token there? Right
I
to
can.
the end of the line I'm putting?
Get up there.
Because I have a 35-foot climb speed as well.
So you're here?
Right next to that blue kobold, yep. And
Terrifying.
That
They're like,
yeah.
we have the high ground, and this guy just starts climbing up.
there's
Just-
absolutely this moment of panic in this kobold's eyes as he sees this sentient cactus scramble across the distance and up the wall.
Quick, yell at them and ask if there's water inside of them.
They will bleed.
And I will take
You
one
had
strike.
one act.
That's 2
This would be
actions.
the craziest lightning bolt ever.
Oh yeah, if I had the action, I would have done it, but we hit
Yeah, so
twice.
that's gonna hit. Yeah.
Good old 28 points of damage total.
Yeah.
That's the first one. And
Second one is 13. That'll end my turn.
All right. Yeah, he is in terrible, terrible shape.
Raging Athlete is kind of a crazy feat.
Oops. Where are you? So, the leader, who has no idea that someone's behind him, he is going to raise the staff that he has, and he is going to target Sione with a force barrage.
Oh. That's how it is it?
Could have been much worse.
For 7. 7 force damage.
He didn't use all 3 actions, he just used 1 action?
Oh. Nope, that would have been 3. Because he's not moving.
Right.
Was that a 2-action blast for the 7 damage?
Nope, that should have been.
I mean, it's possible he rolled 1, 1, 2.
Yeah.
So.
Oh god, he did. Oh, let me reread Voice Barrage out.
It would be
I thought I
3 actions would be 3d4 plus 3.
That's what I thought. Okay, yeah, let me just add 2d4 to that.
What did you do? 1d4 plus 3?
Yeah. Two D4 force.
Yeah. 14 altogether.
All right. He says, that was a warning shot.
This isn't, Booyi says.
So,
I would
it's your
like
turn, and this
shove.
this kobold is immensely confident in himself for no reason.
They're 15 feet up, so that is a lot of damage for free.
Yeah, it is.
Let me find the stuff. Action, I don't know. Proprietor.
It's an athletic.
Wait, is there none? Oh, okay.
There should be a shove action. If Iron gets basic action macros turned on, you should be able to click those in the future.
Okay, now we're just gonna athletic check them.
Who thought I had those? Darn. Okay, writing that down. Turn on basic action macros. There. All right. So athletics check
Versus Fortitude DC.
that is a success.
Now, he can use
I
his
push.
reaction. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah,
To attempt to catch an edge.
Yes. But he'll be helpless grabbing onto the edge.
That is
So-
if he doesn't have his hands full.
Well, unfortunately, he has his staff in both hands. So there's no catching anything but the ground. So
Prone, you say?
you shove him right off the edge, and he's very surprised. Doesn't really have a whole lot of time to be surprised because gravity. Let's see, and I believe falling damage is half the
After 5 feet.
distance.
Yep. If you fall
After
more than
5.
5 feet, you land and you take bludgeoning damage equal to the distance you fell. So 7 damage.
Okay, so you take 7.
And falls prone.
And he's prone. Poor guy.
Booyie's not done with this, man. I'm going to use the second part of the shove to stride after it. I want to fall. Actually, no. It's the same distance. Okay, so I'm gonna use my second action to tumble through, and I am gonna fall. I have cat fall, so it just wouldn't take any damage. Basically, I want to land and then try to tumble through him.
Okay.
Could you move? I cannot go through a wall.
All right. I am going to move you there. I just need an acrobatics check.
So, because shove
Pretty
is
sure
an
with
attack,
Tadfall. Oh wait, what? Because it was an attack.
shove is an attack tag. The invisibility will wear off.
Mhm.
Okay. But do I still need an acrobatics check with Tadfall? It's under my Tadfall threshold of
Oh
not
no,
taking
that's
fall
not
damage.
that's not for the fall. That's for the tumble through.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right. Encounter tumble through. Oh, I don't know why it just didn't do it, but okay.
Just click the
Uh,
acrobatics check in the chat, and it should work.
yeah, there it
Beautiful.
is.
Oh wow. Oh, okay.
Off guard, panache.
So
Hey.
he is now off guard. HP.
Okay, then I'm going to attack him with my fan.
Where's off guard at?
It's already off guard because he is prone.
Ah,
It's
perfect. So that's gonna hit. That poor man.
By the way, I can't really do it because of the wall, but I would have liked to tumble through like under the bridge, so I would hopefully be out of sight of these guys.
Oh, yep. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I would technically be like right here, but just under the
Yeah.
bridge.
Yeah, you're there, but like
Okay.
elevation 0, so you're fine.
Yeah, that is my turn.
That
Okay.
affords you +4 AC circumstance bonus from full cover from them.
All right. Next. Next is the kobold's turn. So he is going to like look over, sees this other kobold fall, and he is immediately going. Well, nobody's in range for him to really do anything, but he's gonna try to.
He has thrown abilities. He can delay or hold, spend 2 actions to like make a strike when someone gets close.
True. I don't think these guys are that bright. So he is going to. He's gonna move here, and he's gonna try to throw his spear at Bouilly. And I believe you still have a +4 because cover. All right. I don't expect this to go great for this man.
About what I expected.
Yep.
That would be great if Bouilly could just teleport to that man and do her reaction whenever something critically misses and just teleport back to the guy.
Teleports behind you. Nothing personal.
All right. And then it's going to use its last action to move this way. Let's see. 19, 15, 20, 25. And that is going to end its turn. Jim.
So Jim's going to have Oddman. Okay, Oddman's at least using the free movement he gets as advanced to move up 40.
Okay.
I'm debating on whether Jim spends the action so that Oddman has a second. Or not. He is going to spend the action, but Oddman's going to use it for his support benefit to give Jim +1 AC.
Okay.
Or not +1 AC, but it's lesser cover.
Lesser cover is +2.
Yes. And then Jim is going to blast the one I have targeted. Let's just blast a swarm of needle darts at him.
All right. Which one? Ah. Wait, no. I'm targeting you. That's not. Let's see. The one right in front here.
Yeah, the one I have targeted.
Okay. Just checking. And
I wish the indicator was bigger than a tiny blue dot.
right.
I have found, though, if you look in the encounter tracker,
That's
it puts the player-colored target next to the one they have targeted.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
That is the wrong one. Wait, that's the wrong one, but that's okay. This one is the one we're targeting. Okay. All right. He did not like that. Next.
For some reason, the lesser cover effect from the leg chair support benefit doesn't open in anything, though.
Be able to just add the effect to yourself.
Right, so, this Kobold Mage also, I mean, he takes a bunch of needles, but he's going to turn to their fallen leader. He's also going to cast a spell.
Lesser cover is +1 AC.
Oh, lesser standard and heavy cover, or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, lesser standard greater.
All right, cool. So, oh yeah, Jim. Yeah. It's gonna fire back at Jim.
How could he?
He is gonna use a force barrage. Now let's see if we can do this the right way. Let's see. Ah, that's how I fix it. Neat. So it's going to be 3. Add 2d4.
3d4.
Here we are. Okay. Yep, that looks right. Oh, it only did +1, not +30. So that's 12.
Ow.
Let me see if it does that. Ah, that's weird. All right. Okay. So that was all 3 of its actions. Bleeding profusely, but that's fine. And next is Sione.
I hope you don't have any children.
Fireball!
You leave my children out of this.
And that's gonna be on top.
Oh God.
That's amazing. Holy shit.
When the children line came out, I knew exactly what was coming.
Oh my God. So, okay, so this is gonna be a few reflex saves. Right. So we're gonna start with we're gonna
If you
start at
just
the
hit
top.
shift, you can
Select
all of them. Yeah, so shift and then
perfect.
click on each of them and then hit the reflex save and it'll roll all 4 at the same time.
Perfect. Okay.
And then when all 4 are selected, then just hit the reflex save and it'll roll all 4.
Or
Yes, there's
Yes.
this guy up here, this guy here, and this guy here. 4.
oh, I was counting 5.
Nope, he's at the bottom of the bridge.
Ah. Unselect you. All right. So all right. Yeah. So there's several people about to have a terrible time.
Missed one of them.
Yep.
One of the
only-
red guys.
Let's see. Yep. So it missed. It only rolled 3. It didn't roll for
This
one
guy.
of the warriors.
Because if you roll over chat, it selects the ones that rolled.
Ah. Okay. Okay, so it was the one at the top that didn't get the roll. Okay. Let's get you a reflex save in there as well.
So close.
Also fail. Okay. So, damage.
Beautiful.
Let's see,
That
so
was a
one-
warning shot to all of you. And she's gonna tilt her head back and go, oh, and disappear behind this wall because holy fuck. No.
This did the 1990s anime oof.
Okay, so let's see who saved. Just the warrior closest. Okay, so everybody else takes full damage. Oh wow! So the one that was on top of the wall, the one furthest away, he's dead.
Tell
He is-
Pharasma one of her followers sent you. You'll get a discount.
The one in front of Shaik, I believe, is
No damage. What?
no. What?
Well, he was a red in disguise. He painted himself to fit in.
Oh, okay. I see why he took 0 damage because he was already dead.
What?
Oh, did I kill him? Did I kill him
What?
with my second slice and you
Yeah.
didn't mark him as dead?
Well,
What?
it didn't automatically mark him as dead.
Oh, so
That's
I killed him
funny.
with my 2 sword slashes then.
Yes,
He just fell over when the fire hit him. That's what happens.
that's exactly what we're gonna say happened. Okay. And the one warrior takes half. Okay. All right.
Value.
Next is our singed but still alive. Whoop, wait. Did it skip? Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I'll erase this.
Okay. Next. There we go. Oh, that's why it's not selecting you, because you're dead.
Okay.
Fair enough.
No, this one's right here. The red one is right here.
Oh, yep, there you go. Okay. Actually,
If you just click the ping and chat it on the
on the tracker.
tracker, it has a ping button. Looks like
Okay.
echolocation symbol, and you can just click it.
Perfect. Okay.
You can also hit the eyeball next to it, and it'll pan to combatant, and it'll bring you to that. Like, it'll move your camera to that person.
All right. So this kobold, he is going to throw his spear at Shaik. And that's gonna miss. At which point, he decides he's had enough. He is going to move he's gonna run away.
Coward.
Mart?
Right. This this other kobold mage is just like seeing this carnage across the other side of the bridge. He's gonna step up here. And he is going to gonna cast a Force Barrage across the void over to Shaik.
That is acceptable.
Force Barrage. Roll damage. Adding the proper dice, which is 2, not 4. Let me see why it keeps doing this. That's weird. Alright.
It should be able to just do /R 2d4 plus 2. That also works.
Yeah, that's actually faster than what I was trying to do here. I was trying to be fancy.
You could do all the brackets with like force damage and all that stuff if you needed, but I'm not resistant to anything, so damage is damage.
3d4 plus 3.
It'd be 2d4 plus 2 he moved.
Oh, yeah. Right. Sorry about that. Thank you for catching that. So 2 plus 2. Oh, 9 force damage.
You can also, just to make it easier, you have the roll bar at the bottom, like with all the dice. Just hit the D4 button twice, and then hit the plus button twice, and that'll instantly do it.
I don't know why I keep forgetting that dice tray is down there.
Yeah, it takes like 1 second to roll your dice that way.
All right. So that is its turn. And
now it's mine.
yeah, it is.
I am going to walk over the corpse of this creature, straight into this guy,
Oh, hold on. There we go. Now it's on the right person.
swing at him,
Oh
critical
no!
hit him.
Okay.
Oh
That's-
no!
Oh
This
no!
is a fatal damage. He is super fucked.
He's off guard until the start of your next turn.
His
No.
head is off. His head.
He's off a lot until his next turn.
Yeah, you completely destroy him.
And I'm going to spend 35 feet of movement to get right here. That'll end my turn.
Okay. They are all keenly aware of this angry cactus man barreling towards them now. Alright, so this kobold is going to stand up from being prone. Looks around, starts to issue a command, or it seems like it, and then he's looking over to his right, stage left, and he sees no one. And he is going to oh, you can't do that. That's fun. So, God damn it. Sorry, people being loud again. I think he's going to cast a spell on Bouilly. If you would be so kind as to give me a will save.
Okay.
Huh. So he points his staff at Bouilly, and this darkness just kind of emanates from his staff, and nothing happens.
He's still frightened one.
Yeah, I'm still a little scared. I'm like, ooh, he's waving a staff around.
That is his entire turn. Alright. Now it's Booy's turn.
Kick his ass.
Okay. I'm going to. Well, I'm frightened. I'm going to tumble through. At least try to.
No.
Oh,
I'm
no.
going to hero point that. I'm going to hero point.
Okay.
That's better. I still get my panache. Because it tumble through has the bravado trait. So I still
Alright.
get panache. I just don't get panache on a crit failure.
Okay. That effect is always so much fun to watch.
Yeah, it's like just like ding. I also am going to try this. I'm going to try to demoralize him because he made me scared. I want to make him scared. Bam. Okay.
It's a 6.
Right.
I'm just going to strike.
And that's gonna hit.
Okay. Okay, that is my turn. Oh, and no longer frightened is my turn. Ooh. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Oddman's going to move me over to the side here. And I'm going to target those two in a nice line. Because they should have been paying attention to the little glowing sun building up in front of me.
Is Jim casting Solar Beam?
Inner Radiance Torrent.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, just to make sure, is the kobold in front of me dead? So I did do around the same damage Aika did to the first, like, kobold mage. I just don't know.
He seems a little more sturdily built than the other one.
Oh, okay, he's got a little more muscle.
Mythic.
Not
Oh
quite.
no! Oh no!
I studied all those rules this morning.
I did too.
Okay,
I
so-
like a lot of them, except for resilience.
Alright, so these two need a basic reflex save. Okay.
Oh,
I
God.
like that animation for it.
So we have a success and a crit success. Okay, so all right, so the one at the bottom takes half. And the other one takes no damage. Okay. Next up, we have where are you? There you are. The one that took half. He is going to send out another force barrage. This one he's going to use 2 actions. For a whole 6 force damage. And he moves, and that is his turn. Sione.
All right. I'm going to return the favor to this man down here.
Oh no. Oh
10
God.
10 force damage.
You pelt him with these force bullets. Right, and
That is my turn.
okay. Let's see.
I hope you're more polite to Pharasma than you were to me.
This kobold is going to keep running. All right. Just full movement running. And okay. This mage. He is still very much fixated on the cactus man charging at him.
No.
I mean, he did just see you basically cut another kobold in half. So yeah, let's do something different. And let's see, target you.
Using plants, you're only making him stronger.
Stupid kobold. I eat
And that's a
them.
miss.
I eat them in a rage.
He screams, uses his last action to run. Because he wants no parts of that.
Okay. I'll leave him be. We're going to menacingly march up to this kobold here. Give him a good old slice. Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, yeah. That's. Oh, crap. All right.
Jesus.
Yikes. Okay, yeah. Wait.
I just
Yeah,
removed his head.
What? You killed the other one by accident? How? Did you hit him so hard his friend died?
It's the power of the curse.
And I spend all of my actions to end up right in his face, just going, "You're next." Breathing heavily. And that'll end my turn.
He immediately starts crying. Bouilly, it is your turn.
I love the massive damage. Instantly kills them.
I don't. You know something? I'm gonna let this guy escape. Also, I just don't want to start another encounter if I walk up right here and then there's people over here. So I'm gonna let that guy escape. I'm going to.
Oh Jesus, this is a huge map.
Yeah.
I did not realize it's this big.
The kobold army is further in.
Could you move me
Oh,
right here?
walls.
I can't because of walls.
Okay, right here.
Okay. One action. Two action. 15. $28. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Jim.
So Oddman's one action will be to bring me up towards the base of the wall. I will then spend one action to fly up to just below Shaik.
Wait, it can fly? What the fuck?
I have 4 wings. I got a fly speed of 25, so
He's
I
a
just
little
can't be
face
hovering.
right.
So if you could move me up to the square just below Shaik, Iron.
Yes, I can.
Was this what, energized wings or something like that?
I have, evanescent and energized wings.
I did not realize that Jim was a sprite.
He told us he was a fae.
Things
And
are
just
starting
as
to
the
make
sun's-
more sense for Shade.
Just as the sun's peeking around the edge of that statue and maybe just glinting in that guy's eye, I'm calling it Solar Flare. I forget what the actual name of it is. I renamed it. It's my
Okay.
sun domain focus spell.
All right, so he needs a fortitude
Fort
save. All right.
Oh, he's blinded for 1 round and dazzled for a minute.
Dazzling flash.
Okay, so you are.
Yeah. Solar Flare sounds better.
Good. and dazzled.
If he makes it to his next turn, he can spend an action to rub his eyes and stop being blinded, but the dazzle remains.
Okay. That is a mighty big if. Sione's turn.
Oh no. Are you sure it's my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay.
Yes.
He just skipped it too many times.
You know
Oh,
what?
hold on, let me go back. There
Swinging
we
an
go.
axe don't cost a magic slot. So I'm gonna go over here. And that will end my turn.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to see where this guy's going.
Okay. Then next turn. Ah. Let's see, what will you do? Ah, okay. He's gonna keep running. And as he's running away, he keeps shouting a name. It sounds like Astyanax.
Ass snacks?
Astyanax.
Ass snacks.
Oh! Astyanax from Greek mythology. Lord of the city. Ah, I wonder if that's relevant.
Nah.
It's pronounced that way, but it's not spelled that way.
Okay.
Astyanax.
Maybe he was making a joke about his boss getting thrown off the wall like Astyanax.
Wait, did that
Yes! That's why I was laughing! Because Astyanax was thrown off the wall of the city when he was a child.
I didn't know that was his name. Holy shit. Okay. Well, that was disturbingly appropriate.
You guys never studied Greek mythology in high school?
What?
Yes, in high
read-
school. It's been a while.
I read the Odyssey, but I didn't remember his name. I remembered other characters' names, but not him.
Names are the one thing. I can remember details. I can't remember names to save my life.
Alright. Right, so it is. Wait, no. It is this poor kobold's turn.
Who's blind?
Burned out his retinas. He should have praised the sun.
So he is going to run and rub his eyes as he's doing so. So let's get the blinded.
So yeah, as he's dazzled, everything is concealed to him.
Yes. Okay. So blinded, but he's still dazzled, and he's gonna move 5, 10. Fully does not see Bouilly around the corner, clearly. 5, 10. Ah,
So clearly that leader guy that got knocked off, that's Astyanax. 100%.
okay. And I think he fully just bumps into Bu Yi as he's trying to run.
Hi.
No! He keeps running. Stumbles down the stairs.
He's got a lot of
25.
movement.
Oh, wait, nope. Nope, that's wrong. Yeah, 1 action to unblind himself and 2 to move. Yep, 25. Just making sure. Making sure I wasn't crazy. Okay.
You moved him from here. This is 50 here.
Oh, wow. Okay, so he doesn't even get that far. This is about as far as he can go. But it is Shaik's turn.
Yeah, we're gonna sudden charge after him.
Well, that's gonna hit. 21.
Maybe we shouldn't have striking runes yet.
No, level 4. They are
No,
level
we're fine.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're on track for what we have. They're kobolds.
That's fair. Then I'm going to grapple him as my last action.
Okay.
An athletics check. -4. Failure.
That is a failure.
That'll
He's
end my
covered
turn.
in too much blood.
The blood makes it slippery.
There you go, Booyee.
Okay. I'm going to try and tumble through.
Okay.
Perfect. We're going to get right here. I get my panache. And I'm going to finish her. Very confidently finish her as well. Ooh.
Beautiful.
Mm.
Ouch.
Fans make you bleed?
Apparently.
If they're sharp enough.
Are they dagger?
That
He did.
Okay.
That's what's good.
Yeah, they're knife group.
We did it. I'm gonna walk over to Booyee, give you a high five as my rage falls off.
So
Okay.
you guys are surrounded by dead kobolds.
I want to take a look at that staff.
Are either of you significantly hurt?
They didn't touch me.
Same.
So, his staff doesn't look like anything too significant. It's not magical in any way, but it does seem more symbolic. All the other mages around had staffs, but this one has kind of a more draconic uh it's carved in a more draconic way towards the top, and it's completely wooden, but it's sanded at the top in a way to where you can see like it's more tan than the dark color of the rest of the staff. Music.
He clearly spent a lot of time polishing his staff.
Ew.
Custom staves are very expensive.
All right, so I think we can end there for today. We can deal with the one that got away next week.
A good session.
Yes.
I like
Barbarian crits are scary.
Oh, yeah.
putting invisibility on the scoundrel type.
That was a good play. Getting pushed off the edge was a fun idea.
And we referenced Greek mythology, and Iron picked the correct name, which referenced it, which means he's a great writer.
Or he's good at coincidences.
The only thing I would say some feedback is them casting Force Barrage a lot don't feel good.
It's the only thing that
Uh,
reaches 120 feet.
Yeah. It's hard to give them spells that are actually effective on a map like this without them having like 3rd level spells. Because a lot of the cantrips are only like 30 to 60 feet.
I mean, a lot of them are 60 feet now, but yeah, but it feels bad when that's like almost the only spell they cast. And it's like, great, I take damage. Great, I take damage. Did I invest in AC for nothing?
So
It is the only offensive spell that they have. Well, no, they have cantrips, but
what could really help to spice up this encounter is to put some hazards around, because with kobolds you can have a trap master, so you can put snares and stuff here, or like a pit trap.
ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like something underneath this bridge if someone tries to go under, maybe something at the stairs. Maybe part of the wall at the front collapses on someone if they go up to it to try and climb.
Oh, that's a good idea, yes.
Okay. Definitely gonna have to keep that in mind. I didn't want to like bloat the encounter too much.
So
No, but it would have been like
wasn't-
pull one mage and put a trap master in and give him like 2 or 3 traps in good spots, and there you go.
yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, he'd sit there just with a bow, but he just represents that there's traps.
All right.
Ooh, yeah, like if it was a trap right here, I would have gotten fucked.
Huh. Definitely gonna have to change that up a little bit. Thank you for the feedback. I'm
Perhaps
glad
a
the
washing
combat.
machine of some type.
Honestly, looking at this map, my brain went back to playing Orcs Must Die 2, where the whole point is like it's a tower defense, but you just lay traps everywhere for waves of enemies. So like I'd put stuff there, and I'd do that and this.
Yeah, I wanted to avoid having this map and trying to fill it because I was just like, yeah, that's doing a lot. No, let's not. Let's not do that.
No, but I liked the session. It was good. It had a good amount of role play, good amount of combat.
Oh yeah, overall good session. It was just that bit about mechanics feedback I want to give.
Okay.
Yeah, aside from the hazards, These guys are cowards. They should have a reaction that lets them, reaction, then get away without triggering attacks of opportunity from the barbarian, and then take pot shots as they run away.
So technically they do,
They have
but
cringe.
Also, the barbarian doesn't have attack swap yet.
Not yet, level 6, but a fighter would have attacks of opportunity at this.
Oh, they would.
let me. Yeah, the mages don't have it, but the 2 warriors do. They have to be adjacent to an enemy for that to work.
They just started Jason and not, yeah. And
Yeah,
they
they were-
would still trigger, but they get a bonus against that, so that's good.
They were never adjacent and alive long enough at the same time.
That's fair. Shay kind of went through them like a wood chipper.
They were filled with delicious water.
Yes, the red water.
So I think I might actually try just to do custom kobolds for this encounter. I just went with like an encounter builder.
Yeah, there's
Which is
nothing wrong with
fine.
that. Yeah.
But
So
it was what? 2 warriors and 5 mages? Yeah.
another thing that helps, aside from the force barrage, you can give them some sort of battlefield control spell like you tried doing with the Tanglefoot, only that happens in an area, because they everyone pretty much approached from the same directions, like they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
So they know how they're going to get sieged.
So like fog cloud or something to disrupt what players are doing and stall them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, well, thank you all for the feedback. I greatly appreciate it. And I'm glad you guys had fun with this.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You could even make the top guy like have 3rd level spells. The main wizard.
Mhm. I was worried that was going to be doing too much. But all things considered, probably not.
Depends on how big the party is, right? Like this is definitely a adjust the encounter because of 6 people, or
Mhm.
But I liked it. I think the trap thing is a great idea.
Okay.
All right,
All
everyone.
right.
Thank you very much for the session, Iron. Thank you, everyone, for helping to test it as well. I will see you next week.
Yes, thank you very much.
See
Have a
you
good
all
night.
next week.